How's it going, everyone? This is the Anime Man, and welcome back to another episode of the Monthly Otaku Collection, a show that I do at the end of every single month where I go over the anime, the manga, the merch, and other types of cool otaku stuff that I didn't have time to talk about in a video for this month. We are at the end of August, which means that we are officially 2/3 of the way through 2021. Terrifying. You know, 2021 definitely doesn't feel as dead as 2020 did, but my god, the amount of time that just flashes before everyone's eyes this year has just been astounding, to say the least. But you know what other thing has also been absolutely astounding is the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, the Anime Man channel has just hit 3 million subscribers. That's astounding. Seriously though, guys, thank you so much. I mean, if you guys catch me on stream, which by the way, you totally should, because I've been streaming a lot over on my Twitch channel, go check it out. And you would know that we did like a little stream before we hit 3 million, we did a little stream after we hit 3 million. It's such a weird milestone to hit for some reason. It's a milestone that I, first of all, never thought I would ever achieve in my entire lifetime, so it's awesome to think that we got there. Honestly, better late than never, because my god, it's just an insane number to think about when you imagine 3 million people standing in front of you. But I appreciate the fact that you guys have just been enjoying the content, and everybody new who has come to the channel, welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. And hey, if you want to go vibe even more, then again, I have a second channel called Joey, and I also have the streams over on Twitch, twitch.tv/theanimeman. So those are places that you can also go to vibe even more with me. But with that out of the way, let's just get on to the otaku shit. To start things off, let's talk about anime. Yes, I actually watched anime. And the anime I'll be talking about this month is one that I probably, admittedly, should have seen so many months ago. It's an anime that everybody knows, an anime that everyone was bugging me to talk about when it was actually airing, but now that it is long gone since it has aired, and I figured, you know what, better late than never, let's just start watching it now. I went out and watched Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I know, the Anime Man. Didn't watch probably one of the biggest shows of that year until about, well, a year later. Look, I knew I was going to enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, it's a Shonen Jump series dealing with yokai, supernatural powers, your basic shonen stuff. It had little bits of Bleach in it, it had little bits of Mushoto in it, it had little bits of Nogami Neuro in it, all Shonen Jump shows that I absolutely adored back in the day. So, unsurprisingly, I blitzed through it in about a couple of days, and yeah, unshockingly to anyone's surprise, I loved it. What can I say? The story is fantastic. The characters, some of them I had like slight problems with, admittedly. I didn't enjoy all of the characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. But you know what? Mappa's animation was fucking incredible. The fight choreography was absolutely stunning. Everything just looked and felt really punchy and good. And you know, the only thing I really knew about Jujutsu Kaisen before going into it, because it was really unavoidable at the time it was airing when you just went onto the internet, you would see every fucking gif of Gojo Satoru when he reveals his eyes, and every single female on the internet creaming their pants with Niagara Falls. You know, I finally got to that episode and I was fully expecting it because again, I was slightly spoiled in some segments, but that's completely fine. I still really enjoyed that segment, and you know what, as based as this might sound, yeah, Gojo Satoru is probably one of my favorite characters too. There's nothing not lovable about that character. But again, I wouldn't say it's exactly the perfect shonen out there. Again, it's really wearing its influences on its sleeve, the aforementioned shows that I talked about, probably being just some of the influences. Again, nothing wrong with wearing the influences on your sleeves, but you know, if you have watched the shows that probably influenced Jujutsu Kaisen, then it's kind of, you know, run-of-the-mill, it's kind of standard, especially for Shonen Jump levels. But then again, I also say, why try and fix something that's not broken? I knew right from the get-go, even when I first heard about the show, that I would immediately love it. I'm pretty sure I said I would probably love it when I start watching it. That's all I really have to say on that, I guess. I finally watched Jujutsu Kaisen, alright? Take that off the list. Now you guys can stop bugging me about it. Here is my review of it. It was good. What a shocker. But with that out of the way, let's move on to the manga. Now, this month has been somewhat interesting when it comes to manga, because admittedly, I was put in a position where I had to go out and actually read a bunch of new titles, some really, really fresh titles off the press. In fact, some of these are so fresh that I didn't even have any prior knowledge of it whatsoever, and a lot of them aren't even available in English legally. But last week, if you guys saw the Trash Taste After Dark stream that we did, where we talked about the Manga Award titles, and we kind of went in depth into all of that, then you would know that we talked pretty extensively extensively about just some of the titles because we had to do that stream, and I was also curious about it. I went and pretty much read everything we talked about in that stream. And you know, all of the manga we talked about were all great in their own way, but I figured I would kind of just pinpoint some of them that I guess I didn't really have enough time to fully go in depth about and really give my personal thoughts about. So the first one I definitely want to show off is this one right here, simply titled Dun Da Dun. I fucking love that title, it just rolls off the tongue so much. Now, if you guys have been on my streams, you would know that this manga has pretty much been recommended to me probably every fucking time I stream. There's at least a handful of y'all motherfuckers in my stream just constantly going, hey Joey, have you read Dun Da Dun? You have to read the first volume of Dun Da Dun. It's so fucking amazing, please read it, please read it. Weirdly enough though, I think only this first volume is currently out, so it's very new, and no matter how many times I looked in bookstores all across Tokyo, I just could not find this sitting in a bookstore. Which is weird because this is from Jump Comics Plus, which right now is riding this insane wave thanks to the success of some really big shows out there like Kaiju Number 8. So you'd think that with the aid of shows really boosting the popularity of Jump Comics Plus, that you'd think, oh, you know, the first volume of this obviously is going to be put in bookstores. But no, again, maybe I was looking in the wrong places. I just couldn't find this. So I had to go onto Amazon and buy this brand new, which, you know, fun life hack about Japan when buying manga. Usually, the Amazon prices, they jack it up a little bit. So yeah, I had to pay a little extra for this compared to if I would have bought it at a bookstore, but it was all worth it, honestly, because after reading this first volume, yeah, I can definitely understand the hype behind this. For the first half, I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? This is insanity. So, to give a brief little recap of what Dun Da Dun is all about, essentially, you have this main girl right here who is trying to look for a boyfriend. She's this really, like, tough, boyish, kind of tomboyish, honestly, the type of character tropes I fucking adore, who just wants to look for that strong boyfriend, you know, that really, like, manly man boyfriend, but instead steps in to help this, like, kind of otaku-ish, kind of wimpy glasses boy character from getting bullied. Basically, they start a weird little friendship from there because both of them believe in two supernatural phenomenon that are on completely different sides. So Ayase, whose grandmother is a exorcist, believes in ghosts. Meanwhile, the boy, known as Takakura, believes in things like UFOs and UAPs. So to prove to each other that what they believe in actually exists, they basically challenge each other to go out to a place where UFOs are known to be seen and a place where ghosts are planned to be seen, and basically say, hey, go out there and see for yourself that the thing I believe in exists and the thing you believe in doesn't exist. Fuck you. What ends up happening is Okarun, the wimpy kid who doesn't believe in ghosts but believes in UFOs, gets possessed by a really fucking evil ghost. And Ayase, who does believe in ghosts but doesn't believe in UFOs, gets abducted by aliens. And what ends up happening is that as Ayase is about to be alien probed in the most weird and really graphic way possible in a shonen magazine, from her telephone, the evil spirit possessed Okarun appears and uses his ghostly abilities to save Ayase. But then at the same time, Ayase, I guess, kind of unlocks this, like, supernatural telekinesis power that she apparently always had because of her grandmother being an exorcist. So basically, Ayase learns telekinesis and defeats the aliens through this telekinesis power, and Okarun, who is possessed by this evil spirit, defeats the aliens through this evil possessive power. And after they get through all of that, they realize that they have to somehow defeat this evil spirit that has possessed Okarun, but then they realize that it's literally one of the most powerful evil spirits in all of Japan. So now it is their quest to try and fight through the horde of UFOs and evil demons that now each of them believe in to finally get rid of this evil spirit that has possessed Okarun. I realized that was a lot of information I just unpacked, and some of you might be, you know, maybe blocking your ears thinking that I went into spoiler territory, but I kid you not, everything that I just said happens in chapter 1. This manga runs at the speed that Sonic wishes he could achieve. It is so goddamn fast-paced, but at the same time, author Tatsuyuki Nobu, who created Dun Da Dun, does this amazing job of making it really fast-paced, but not seeming like the story is rushed in any way. Because he somehow not only paces the action really well in that it makes sense, but he also paces dialogue into it so that by the end of chapter 1, we are fully invested in these characters who we only were introduced to less than 50 pages ago. And I feel that is really hard to do considering the plot to this entire manga is just so outlandish and wacky and out there that it takes processing power just to fully comprehend what the fuck is going on. Like, there are so many what the fuck moments and what the fuck pieces of dialogue just in the first chapter that for normal people, they'll just be completely thrown out and just probably set the book aside and go, this is too weird, I don't get this. But, you know, as someone who does love these kinds of really unconventional, wacky, just no holds barred type of storytelling, if it's done right and done in a good pace with some amazing fucking artwork here by Tatsuyuki Nobu, like this guy's artwork is just so goddamn clean, yet has this kind of filthy quality to it that really works with the somewhat gruesome and grotesque portrayals of the spirits and UFOs and some of these fight scenes in this first volume. Yeah, I absolutely fucking loved this first volume, and I, again, can definitely see why there is so much hype behind this manga, and I'm so looking forward to the next volume of this. So to all you mofos over on Twitch who were constantly recommending me this manga, first of all, thank you. But second of all, please go and check this out. This is such a refreshing piece of shonen craziness. And the second manga that I would like to definitely highlight is one that when I saw the cover and I saw the title of it, I thought, oh no, this is not really a topic that's for me. This is not really a topic that interests me. I gave it a go, again, because it won a manga award. And then I expected something that absolutely blew me away. And you can probably see it right here, but it is Oshinoko. Now, immediately you can tell that this is obviously has to do with idols. And the title, Oshinoko, literally means girl I simp for. So when you see a title and a cover that looks like this, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, this is like a weird romance that involves idols. And look, admittedly, I'm not really big into the idol culture. There's so much about it that is just so creepy, so weird. And, you know, with the success of so many idol anime out there, which I personally couldn't really give two shits about, I thought to myself, damn, is it gonna be like another one of those? Is it gonna be just another Love Live or Idol Master, but just with a different touch? But then, what got my attention was the two people involved with the creation of this manga. Because this manga is created, first of all, by one Akasaka Aka, who is the creator of Kaguya-sama manga, and the other person being Yokoyari Mengo, who is the creator of one Kuzuno Honkai, which are two manga/anime series that I thoroughly enjoyed for completely different reasons. Obviously, Akasaka Aka's Kaguya-sama was, first of all, really funny. The art style was really great, and again, it's just like a really refreshing, almost parody of the romance genre, really delving into different sides of romance in very hilarious comedic ways. And then we have Yokoyari Mengo's Kuzuno Honkai, which also takes a different jab at the whole romance trope, but definitely takes it more in a darker direction. Definitely more of a dark side of romance, and especially in the case with Kuzuno Honkai, the dark side of teen romance. So that immediately kind of tipped me off and being like, okay, maybe this isn't just another idol anime. Maybe I should give it a go. I'll just give this first volume a go. And holy shit, I wasn't expecting to read the Oyasumi Punpun of idol manga. Yeah, I know that's a big statement to make, considering how much I love Oyasumi Punpun and how fucking dark Oyasumi Punpun is. But this manga is everything I was not expecting out of this title and cover. So let me just give you a synopsis of the first chapter, okay? So the first chapter, we have this doctor, who is our main character, who is in love with a certain Ai-chan, who is the character on the cover here. She is a 16-year-old idol who is pretty big in the underground scene. Basically, she's the doctor, the main character's waifu, the idol that he simps for. And one day, he's just doing his doctorly duties when a young girl comes to his office and says that she might be pregnant, and turns out it's the girl he simps for. So naturally, he goes, holy shit, the 16-year-old idol that I was just watching and screaming at on the TV has just come into my office with twins in her stomach with a father that nobody knows who it is. So already, we're on some deep, dark dumpster fire territory. And so the doctor, putting his personal matters aside, decides to basically help out Ai-chan to, give a healthy birth to these twins, because at the end of the day, even though her idol life might be on the line, because once her fans find out that she's pregnant with a dude who ran away from his obligations, her idol career is just in the gutter. So while hiding her secret and doing her best to support her as a fan, he says, you know what, I will help you give birth to these twins. And what ends up happening is the night before she is set to give birth to these twins, he, reluctantly, gets killed. Now you might think, oh, it's all over. But what ends up happening instead, and I couldn't believe this when I was reading this, is that he gets reincarnated as her son. Like, isekai, eat your goddamn heart out. This is reincarnation in the same universe. And not only has he been reincarnated as the idol that he simped for his entire life, but he also has retained his memories from before he died. Buddha rolling in his grave right now. So basically, he has to go around pretending that he is this newborn baby, even though he still can talk and think like the 27-year-old doctor he was. And I was just like, holy fucking shit. I did not expect something like this to come out of a manga that looks and sounds like this. And it really goes to show just how insane of a mind two fantastic established mangakas have when they come together and basically criticize and analyze the actual idol industry in the most insane, wacky reincarnation story probably ever conceived in the genre. And I believe Yokoyari Mengo, who's the creator of Kuzu no Honkai, was the one who illustrated this, and Akasaka Aka is the one who's creating the story of it, because the art style definitely reminds me more of Kuzu no Honkai than it does Kaguya-sama. Not only does it follow the kind of and criticize the dark side of the Japanese idol industry to some really strikingly realistic results and ways, but there are later segments in just this first chapter that really are some of the most insane plot twists of this year, and I think that honestly might be the reason why, as to why it won a fucking manga award. Because yeah, after even reading just this first chapter, because there's already I think about 3 or 4 chapters out right now, yeah, I could definitely see why people would be so invested into thinking that this is an amazing piece of work, because it truly is. Again, I think it's just because of the fact that the story really starts off as this kind of run-of-the-mill human drama story, and then goes into some real fucking like supernatural or fantastical ways without leaving reality is what I think really threw me for a loop. And again, just how dark some of the things they say in this manga. Like, it really is like taking a huge like kick to the shins of the idol industry. Like, it's really stabbing them where it hurts. I can't say any more praises about this manga. Very well paced. The art style is fantastic. The dialogue is so brutal at times that it really should almost be classified as a psychological horror. And again, it's just a concept that I think is just so fresh and I've never seen anything about. I mean, we've definitely seen manga series of, our main character going back, to their younger selves, or, going back to another timeline to, like, change their future, look at stories like Erased and Relife. But it's very rarely we get a story where the main character dies and then is reincarnated as a baby. So even if you have no care in the world about idols in your manga of any kind, because I certainly didn't, I would still implore you to check this out, because this truly is a idol manga that really does not fuck around. It is definitely not as candy and rainbows as all the other idol manga and anime out there. And I know idol manga and anime simps are gonna come out and probably tell me that, oh, Love Live and Idol Master and AKB0048 aren't as candy and rainbows as you make it out to be, bro. But I fucking doubt they are any level of closeness to the darkness that comes out of Oshi no Ko. This manga, just this first volume, fucked me up. But of course, in a fantastic way. I love manga that fucks me up mentally. So hey, if you're down for that and you think you can handle that, check out Oshi. But anyways, let's move on now to the questions and answers, the segment where I go over to my Twitter and check out some of the questions that you guys have sent to me through my Twitter with the hashtag MOC, that's short for Monthly Otaku Collection, and I just answer some of them in this casual Q&A segment where you get to know me and I get to know you. But of course, there are many questions that I get sent every single month, so obviously I don't have time to go through all of them. So if you have a burning question that you would like me to answer every single month, then well, maybe go check out my Patreon, because if you go over there, every patron of every level, regardless if you're paying me $3 all the way up to $50, will have a chance to ask me a question every single month in my super secret Q&A time, which is my Patreon exclusive Q&A segment, and I will answer every single question that gets sent to me without fail. This month's one will be up by the time this video comes out. Then again, go over to my Patreon, patreon.com/theanimeman, links down in the description. But with that out of the way, I'm gonna go over to my Twitter and check out some of the questions you have sent me. Do you know about the new action RPG Pokemon game in which Pokemon can attack humans? It's a new game called Legends Arceus, releasing next year. Yeah, so I saw little bits of it at the Pokemon Direct that happened. I've seen this being advertised at like the Pokemon centers here in Japan for a couple of months now, and it looks pretty nuts. Like, it looks like Breath of the Wild mixed with Pokemon, and I fucking loved Breath of the Wild, and I love Pokemon. So this just looks like a match made in heaven for Pokemon fans. Obviously, I've seen already a lot of complaints because, of course, the internet is so good at complaining about shit like this, you know, saying like, oh, the graphics suck, you know, it looks like the movements are limited. Honestly, man, I'm saving my judgments for until the game comes out. So far, it looks great. The concept sounds cool. So, hey, if the game ends up sucking, then, you know what, we can all lock our arms in merry ways and dance around the fire, and, you know, singing and praising about the fact that the game ended up sucking. Here's my question. Are there any anime or manga that are based on true stories or shows? Yes, actually, I in fact made a video about one such story. Unfortunately, it is based on one of the most brutal murders to ever happen in modern Japanese history. You can go check out that video, links in the description if you're brave enough. I'm sure there's more prettier ones out there that I don't know of, but yeah, the only one I know is the really fucked up one, so enjoy that. Hey, there is someone who would like to give this whole YouTube thing a shot. I was wondering, what kind of camera and mic do you use? Also, do you think I would need the best quality equipment when getting started? Currently, right now, this camera, I'm using the A7S III from Sony. It's a pretty high-end camera, so yeah, you might get a little bit intimidated by the price on it. You don't have to start off like that. I mean, it's a lot easier now to get a lot more affordable type of really good cameras out there. Like, there's lots of vlogging cameras out there that, you know, you can pay like $100-something for, and it's pretty good quality. Nowadays, if you have an iPhone like this thing can shoot at 4K 60 FPS, which is better than some cameras out there. So, you know, when I first started, I started with my iPhone 3 that could barely shoot in 720p, you know, and I use the inbuilt microphone. I think it's all about, you know, building up your personality first before you can start upgrading equipment. I mean, I'm still not using fully upgraded equipment or fully, like, up-to-date equipment, you know, even to this day, right? I'm still working on upgrading equipment. So, you know, I think what's more important when getting started off is just to, you know, get an idea of what kind of videos you want to make and what kind of personality you want to send out there. But thank you all for your lovely questions. Again, if you want me to answer a question that you are just so driving to get an answer out of me for, then consider supporting my Patreon, patreon.com/theanimeman, links down in the description below. Alright guys, but last and certainly not least, we have the monthly figurine giveaway brought to you guys by the lovely folks over at Tokyo Otaku Mode. And this month's is another big one. If you thought the Riser figurine that I gave away last month was big, oh, we going even thicker, my boys. Oh Lord, he coming! And this is a very nice figure, and I'm very excited to give it away to one of you guys. But it is... This is the No Game No Life 1/8 scale painted figure of Jibril, the Great War version by Good Smile Company. I don't know why, but No Game No Life just does some of the most aesthetic looking figurines. I mean, look at that, dude. I mean, Jibril is already such a cool fucking character, and then you get one that looks like this, dog? God damn. But yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful figurine, straight hot off the press. This is brand new as well. I think this only came out about a couple of months ago as of me recording this video, so there's a lot of No Game No Life fans who watch this video. I mean, I love No Game No Life. The aesthetic of these characters is chef's kiss. So you'd be happy to know that I am giving away this Jibril Great War 1/8 scale painted figurine from Good Smile Company with the box signed by your boy to one lucky viewer watching this video right now. As always, to enter the free giveaway, all you have to do is follow 3 very simple steps. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the link down in the description below to enter the free giveaway. And at the end of the giveaway period, 1 random lucky viewer will be selected by the folks over at Tokyo Otaku Mode, and it will be shipped off to you. It's just one little thing that I can kind of give back to the community for supporting me, especially now that, you know, we've hit this new million milestone, and hopefully, you know, we can keep riding that wave till the next million. But again, guys, if you'd like to join on the giveaway, links down in the description below, and good luck to the winners. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this month's monthly otaku collection. Thank you once again for joining until the very end. Let me know how your month has been going so far. What kind of anime did you watch? What kind of manga did you read? What kind of merch did you buy? And again, if you'd like to see more of me and the shenanigans and wackiness that I've been getting more and more into these past couple of months, then my second channel on YouTube and my Twitch, twitch.tv/theanimeman, are great places to start off. So I've left the link to those as well in the description. Just open up the description. There's so much to watch and check out after you finish this video, since you've already made it to the end. But again, guys, a big thank you for 3 million subscribers. It's honestly insane. It doesn't even feel real right now, but yeah, I've just been loving everything I do. You guys have given me honestly one of the greatest jobs in the world that I'm so happy to show off to you guys, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing my best to give you guys the best shit I can make. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Like and favorite if you enjoy, subscribe for more anime banter. Keep watching anime. Johnny! We'll be right back.